8.0 has arrived, boys and girls. So to christen the new era of Smash Ultimate, we're doing a full beginner's guide and essential tips breakdown for the newest fighter, MINMIN. She brings the literal best range in the game, the best edge guarding in the game, an entirely unique playstyle all her own to the table. I will not be going over advanced techs as this is day one, and I'm positive people are going to discover some crazy stuff in the future, but let's get into it. So MINMIN's normals are very interesting, but we're going to go in order. So her jab, standard, nothing particularly crazy. One thing to note is that it always goes into the flurry, not really one of her main moves, but as with most other jabs, it can be used as a jab block. Her down tilt, the sliding kick, very similar to Cloud's or even more so Joker's in a lot of ways, but there is one interesting bit. If spaced correctly, you can true combo it into an up smash for some solid damage, useful to low profile a projectile and get some damage off it. True combos into up smash until around 60%, maybe even more depending on bad DI. Her up tilt, she does a bit of a flash kick here. Nothing substantial, but it can combo into up air at lower percentages. F tilt, or hold down A or hold down B. This is her first move that crosses over with her specials. Extends either her left or right arm out, similar to a Belmont F tilt, except that she can move during, which is especially interesting. Also, she can tilt side special for the same effect, even use one arm into the other for a 1-2 punch. Depending which arm she has equipped, this can vary in damage and range, so experiment. Also worth noting, the actual arm has no hitbox, so if they hit the arm, they will not hit MINMIN. And her dash attack. Her dash attack is a jump kick. It has the benefit of kicking the opponent off stage at just the right position to land a nair. This particular 1-2 punch will catch a lot of early jumpers for easy stocks, but it's also not safe on block at all, so use this one sparingly. Up smash. I was wrong in my initial assessment of MINMIN. She absolutely has an out of shield option with her up smash. It comes out at frame 7, which means it's a solid punish. It also kills around 120, making it a very powerful kill option as well. Not to mention, it works as a reflector for projectiles. Her best close range move by far. So her down smash though is kinda not great. It comes out fairly quickly, but has a very odd sweet spot which I've noticed misses more often than not. This move does have some use however, since it does consistently do enough knockback to get the opponent off stage, which is where MINMIN wants them. So it's not completely useless, it's just not her main move either. So her forward smash, this is going to be a long one. Her forward smash is going to be spammed online to holy hell, so where do I even begin? Her default forward smash can reach just about from one end to the other of Final Destination with the dragon. The dragon's head is the sweet spot, which does a ton of knockback. If you hold the button down, the dragon shoots out fire, which has good knockback of its own, but also extends the range the arm can reach. She can also use her F smash with her equipped arm using side B in a smash motion. It's even chargeable. Lastly, she has control over the direction the arm goes with quite a bit of variation in the angle. I may as well talk about the other arms a tiny bit since they're very relevant to F smash. Her default arm, Ram, works like a very quick boomerang, covering a lot of space and is absolutely going to be the one most people will leave by default. Megawatt is this massive wrecking ball doing ridiculous damage and knockback, as well as quite a bit of shield damage, but it has the least range. Then there's the second dragon, which can turn the second arm into a second dragon. These arms can be used interchangeably and simultaneously, as in you can throw out a F smash and then a B F smash back to back, which can lead to some basic combos with some crazy damage. So we're going to just get right into it and talk about her specials before we move on to aerials. So her neutral B is just her F tilt, but with the B hand, same with her side B. Her up B changes depending if she's in the air or on the ground. On the ground, she springboards very high into the air, which can be an effective escape tool if you feel like she's being pressured, since she can use all her aerials afterwards especially. Offstage, her up B becomes a tether recovery, but I've noticed the range she can recover with it pales in comparison to the other DLC tethers. But her down B is the important one. This is what changes her sub arm. I explained the differences between these already, but I believe one of the keys to mastering this character is knowing when to change the equipped arm and doing it often. The change is incredibly fast to the point that, for example, I can B Nair with Ram to knock my opponent off stage, then switch to Megawatt to B Nair for even bigger damage and knockback, possibly even securing a kill where I wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So now back to the aerials. MINMIN's up air is basically her up tilt, but in the air. A basic juggling move, it can combo into itself at mid percentages and can kill much lower than expected. This is a move you can feel free to throw out if your opponent's above you, just be wary that it won't be in any disjointed hitboxes like a sword or a Palu Nair. So her down air is just the worst. It's a dive kick, a lot like Zero Suit's, but these moves I've never been the biggest fan of just because I always kill myself with them. That said, it's worse than ZSS's because it only spikes on startup. So if you don't hit it just the right time, you're losing a stock and very likely not taking the opponent with you, making this move extremely situational. But her forward air and back air are literally her forward smash or forward tilt depending on how hard you tilt the stick. These moves take a bit of getting used to, but just like the rest of her kit, you want to be making sure you're keeping track of which arm you have equipped and using them accordingly. A falling fair or bear megawatt can easily get kills around the 80% mark near the edge, and there's virtually no recovery if you do the tilt version. However, the smash version has the same recovery as her normal smash attacks, so try to only land with tilts unless you have a hard read. I know, air smash attacks are weird and definitely take some getting used to, but I was adjusting after just a few games, so I think you guys will be able to as well. And I saved her Nair for last because this move is fantastic. She has an A and B Nair. The A Nair will always be the dragon, but the B Nair can either be Ram Ram, Megawatt, or once again the second dragon. I like to use the Ram Ram Nair just because the angle it launches the opponent at is perfect for edgeguard setups, which MINMIN excels at. I mentioned before I like to use the Ram Ram Nair, switch to Megawatt, then landing the harder hitting Megawatt Nair off stage does great damage. Her Nair is the move you want to throw out if you don't know what to do. It's tough to punish if spaced well, and the reward is fully worth it. It's even a good edgeguarding tool by itself, since her smash attacks can't reach below the stage, this can. This is one of her best moves, and something to take full advantage of. And lastly, we're going to talk about her grabs. You're not really getting any true combos off of her grabs sadly, but there are setups you can do. For example, her forward throw sets you up to throw out a smash attack on an unsuspecting opponent, or even throw out two to test their shield. Her down throw can net you an up air or two if your opponent doesn't dodge, and her up throw or back throw both kill around 170, so if it goes that far, feel free to throw them. Not the greatest grab setups, but she does have things she can do after a grab, and that alone makes her grabs pretty decent. That plus her ridiculous grab range. And that's all her moves. That's the absolute basics. I think I went into enough detail about the basics there, but if you want some combos, I'm going to link you Frenzy Light's video in the description. Highly recommend checking out his combo guide. He does it better than I ever would have, so definitely check out his video if you want to see some crazy combos. He had this thing up an hour after the character dropped, so please, give Frenzy some love. He deserves it. But I do want to talk more about this character's game plan because she is extremely unique. So, first and foremost, this character is a zoner. She wants to keep you at a distance and harass you with all her arms. You want to be using her tilts to safely pressure from a distance and back away. If you see an opponent jumping in, you have the benefit of an excellent Nair. Her up air works as a decent anti-air as well, but I suggest the Nair over it since it does push the opponent further away, which fits our game plan better. The zoning game plan is extremely straightforward from here. You pressure them, chip away at their health until they're around kill percentage, at which point your goal becomes get them off stage. A tilt, a Ram Ram Nair, a throw can accomplish this easily, and once the opponent is off stage, they're playing your game. This is where you want to really use those smash attacks. Off stage, I was finding the most success aiming the Ram Ram F smash down, and then sending the Dragon Smash afterwards. It covers so many options. Then, if they somehow find a way back to the stage, I was switching to Megawatt and using a fair or bear to drop the Megawatt on them as they're getting up. It's completely safe wake up pressure, and if you connect, that's likely a dead character. Rinse and repeat. This is the type of character I can absolutely see crazy advanced tech being discovered eventually, so here's my challenge to you guys. Improve this guide. Drop any awesome thing you find in the comments below and I'll heart it for visibility. I think I've gone over everything I need for you to succeed with the character, so thanks for watching and listening, it means a ton to me. And guys, 8.0 also brought with it this massive balance patch, so every day this week we're going to be breaking down the changes to a new character. I've heard the Meta Knight changes are absolutely incredible, so he is who I will be checking out tomorrow. Let me know which buffed or nerfed character you want to see me break down in the comments below. So guys, subscribe if you aren't already, because this week is daily smash, baby. Thanks again for watching, everybody. All the support means a ton to me, and guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching.